How's it going, everyone? In this video I'll be showing you guys how to remove a crankshaft vibration damper or dampener without using just a pulley puller and without using the proper dampener removal tool. And the reason I'm doing that in this case is because disaster struck again. Well, not exactly. It's just the that steel bearing that I made, it wore out, so I'd have to replace it. But I just decided I found a good place that grinds crankshafts at a reasonable rate, so I just thought it might as well just take the crankshaft off and get a better job done. And it did last quite a bit, though. I'm gonna say, let's say, I must have lasted 500-600 kilometers. I mean, for a pipe, that's not too bad. And the way that crankshaft was, I'll show you guys. It's much better than it used to be, but yeah, it's still pretty bad, as you can see. It's got a ridge on it now. The other ones aren't too good as well either, because because you see, once one of the bearings go, then you start to lose oil pressure because there's too much of an opening, and then all of them start to get starved of oil. So I really wish they had a better, like a stronger oil pump. That's something that I might do. And what I mean by that is an oil pump that's able to supply more pressure, the same pressure at more volume, right? So if one of the bearing goes bad, so that oil starts to escape, there's still more than enough flow to keep the pressure everywhere the same. Still keep the high pressure, So, but anyways, that's something that I might do. For now, I just got to remove the crankshaft. And my hone does work. I did a previous, I did a video on the external hone, and there it is. And I finally got the finer stones. So if I were to grind that crankshaft down again, I'd use these stones, but I still need finer stones, but they haven't arrived yet. So if your crankshaft is not as badly damaged as this, then it will work. And if it's not out of round, then once again it will work. And even if it is, if you can get it pretty much smooth, then you should be fine. You might have to change the bearing in a few thousands of kilometers, but at the time I didn't have fine enough stones, so I had to go places, so I left it with that roughness that it had there, which is not something that you really want to do, but I had to do it because I didn't have another option. But I'd rather fix it, like take it to the machine shop, especially if it's really this bad. It's almost like I think it's over 1/16 of an inch grinded down, so it's that bad. It got quite a bit grinded, and the problem is I won't be able to get a like a normal bearing for it, so I'm actually gonna have to make one. Get the crankshaft grinded and then make a bearing out of either copper or aluminum or bronze or something like that. Even the steel would work as long as the surfaces are smooth and there's oil between them. It will work. And for those of you that doubt that, just think of it this way: the cylinder walls are cast iron, and what are the piston rings made of? They're made of cast iron and stainless steel, and they're they're rubbing against the cylinder wall there. So, and it's not wearing it out. I mean, it is, but it's a normal wear. So just think of it that way. But well, I guess I talked too much now. I think we'll do the. I'll show you guys how to remove the dampener there, or harmonic balancer, in the next video, because I talked too much already. But that's where we stand. Like I said, this is a very rare problem. It's like winning the lottery with bad luck. But hopefully I'll fix it, and then we'll pretty much have a rebuilt engine. So it's gonna pay out at the end, I guess. But we'll see how it goes.